This conference will now be recorded.
Call the meeting to order. Stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh Lord, as we gather this day to do the important business for the people of the village of Owego, grant us wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Amen.
Amen.
All right, first item, as always, public comment. Oh, yeah. Charles?
Yes. Charles Slater, 1.5 on the street. I mentioned it at last meeting, it was our the budget meeting. Fred wasn't here. I just want to make sure that he's aware of what I said. I had someone mention to me that along Lake Street, the entire street, there is no cutouts for wheelchairs to get on. I think after those islands were taken out, there weren't no wheelchair accessible ramps. So anybody with a wheelchair that parks along there straight in has to go the length of the street on either end to get on. And they feel that that's a danger. So I said, okay, I will mention it to the powers that be. I don't know what can be done, but I will mention it. So I did my due diligence duty. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay. Anybody else?
I sent you guys all a note. I had said, I suggested that we do some sort of tracking for the rooster calls. We have been tracking the one rooster call, the rooster comment that was made here at the meeting. I think we've identified where it came from, but there are two possibilities. One of them is a cockatoo, and one of them is a rooster. And we're not sure which it is yet, but we're working on it. And we've got some solutions that are, that Cornell has suggested, night boxes being one of them, and then there's a rooster band that basically it's a Velcro thing was running that. Because I hadn't gotten any other calls, I put a notice out on the Village of Owego Facebook page. Again, I sent you guys a note. In 24 hours, there were two posts that were made. In 24 hours, there were 400 comments on that. By and large, most of the people were saying, what's the problem with roosters? There were 3 that were negative. One of them was very negative. And in doing research, he said, the roosters are keeping me up all the time. And, it turns out he lives in Florida. So we have some really, really good roosters with really good voices here in Owego.
I guess so.
I guess, I don't know. The other lady, one of the other ladies that I talked with about this, she had a negative comment. She said that she's been kept up with by roosters. Turns out that was 2 years ago. And the people living in that house, they moved out, somebody else moved in, they also have chickens. She has a great respect for them. And so I'm not sure whether that was a negative or positive, but I put it in the negative column. We had a bunch of them that had nothing to do with roosters. As you can imagine, there were at least 3 people that mentioned when is the pool going to open.
Of course.
They just went into the general comments. But for the most part, I'm guessing that probably of the 400, there's a carryover maybe of 100. So we're looking at roughly 300 individuals. And of that, close to 200 were positive. Or why are we worried about roosters? So just passing that on for you. I passed on some of the comments. If you want to see all of the comments, they're still posted. You can go to that Facebook page and read them. I will tell you, there's some that will give you cause to give you a smile, and there's some that may cause you some strife. But there you go.
Yes, ma'am. So,
Yeah.
I know you mentioned the one guy living in Florida with negative. How many of the positives were not residents either? You have an idea?
I was looking at the negatives, the positives, the ones that I checked on. I didn't check on all of them.
I know a lot of people hide under animosity, which is.
Well, that's the problem. There's a lot of them that are using fake names. And I don't know how to check it because there's no history there, there's no whatever.
I was just curious how valid all of the pros were compared to the.
Ones that I checked about, maybe about a third of them overall, and the ones that I kind of discarded a couple of them that were in Waverly or Tappativa Center or something like that. So I kind of didn't count those in the list, even though they were there, I just didn't count them.
I was just curious where your diligence was with the other side of the spectrum.
Well, and I didn't check on, like you said, I checked on the ones that were negative, because there was only 3 or 4 of them. That was easy to check.
It got into marijuana and it branched off in other places.
Yeah, it went off on a couple of things. Those I didn't check either. But
I read all of
I would
the
say-
comments, and it's very hard to figure out who lives where, because they don't
Well,
exactly identify.
yeah, they're all on the Village of Owego site, but that doesn't necessarily mean they live in. Most of them don't. But I did check on a number of them, and they were in the village. And some of them said, I live at the end on X street.
Right.
And at the end of the street, there's a lady with chickens and roosters, and I love hearing them in the morning. Okay, well, that one I didn't have to check on because she told me where she was. Most of them didn't give me an address. But I checked as many of them as I could. It's just, are you gonna check anonymous avocado?
Yeah,
I don't know where to look for that one.
Yeah, that alias thing is not good either.
you
You don't know
know,
who anybody is.
I always feel like if you can't put your face to it, maybe don't say it.
That's my feeling as well, but then I think I'm in the minority when I go on Facebook.
Unfortunately, we are, but I do appreciate your diligence.
Important thing that was established is that the pool is open.
Yes,
It is, yes. That's definitely.
that was very good.
Even today in the rain it was open. Yeah, no wonder. It did close it. No, it's really raining. But anyway, we're going off the rails. There. Are you good?
Yeah, I just want to make you aware of it.
Any other public comment? All right, so we'll move on. We don't have anybody, yes. Department heads. Oh, we have 2 of them. Ready to go first, I guess. Or Eric.
Oh,
Eric,
I'll go.
You guys fighting out over there.
I'll be out here.
Musical chairs.
Yeah.
All right. Eric,
As everybody knows, we were super busy the last month with the Big Boy Train, Strawberry Festival, and opening the pool. It was a nightmare and a half. But we did it, and I wanted to give the DPW guys and whoever else, the secretaries that helped us, a very big kudos to how much they did. On that note, and keeping up with all the cemetery and all the mowing that we have done, like I said, I give them kudos, and that's about all I really need to say or want to say. And the other thing is, I've been talking to Rod Marchuka, and I want to give Meg and Nikki a $2 an hour raise starting in August. For their, that's Meg and Nick.
Oh, Mickey.
Wasting your time spending that new budget.
I know. They're well worth it to have. That's why I don't care. They're well worth it. I know Meg's my boss, and I know darn well Nikki's Brad's boss.
We're not arguing.
I'm agreeing with you.
No, they definitely do. If anybody want to do that, we need a motion.
Excuse me?
If anybody want to do that, we need a motion.
Yep.
Separate.
Ron?
They're not doing much this one.
registrations?
Thank you.
No,
neither of them.
Now, either of them.
I just know it gets a little funny when negotiation.
The village's practice, I believe, has been to give them the raises that the village ends up negotiating with the CCA.
I think it's still get merit.
Okay, I'll propose that Meg and Nikki both get $2 an hour raise starting with the new budget year, August 1st.
A second.
Second.
Okay.
That's a
Brandon,
Any discussion about that? Definitely deserve that. Brian?
Yes.
Jerry?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Consider it done.
Thank you.
That's all you're getting tonight, Fred.
Hey, I was looking at my bosses, no, sorry.
Oh, I guess the only other somewhat DPW thing is we have to approve Marvin Park for National Night Out at the Bonfire. Do you have any issue with either of those?
Nope, I'm good.
I assume since it's police. Ron,
Yeah, it
there's a
is.
safety plan and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Just like every,
It will be.
Yeah, the dates are on there. National Night Out is
August 4th.
Yeah,
October 6th.
yeah.
October 6th for the
National Night Out is, yeah, August 4th. And October 6th for the appreciation night.
all right, but DPW wise, you're good to go.
Perfect, so we good with the National Night Out and everything?
I guess we could do those now. Then we want to do those. Two motions on the agenda.
Sure, I'd like to make a motion to approve Marvin Park reservation by the Police Chief Kennedy for August 4th, 2026, from 3 PM to 10 PM for National Night Out.
second.
All right. Any discussion about that? This is not new, but different. It always is lined up with the fair, and the fair is a week late this year.
It's a week prior.
Yeah. Usually it's the same week, but the fair is pushed back.
Right.
Brian?
Yes.
Jerry?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Because National Night Out is a nationally set day
Day.
across the whole country, so we don't get to pick the day.
Yes.
So the next one is the Village Appreciation Night, October 6th, at the same time.
No, I'm gonna actually move that date because I'll be in New Orleans.
I'm gonna be at the beach for night out.
Beach.
I'm not coming back for it.
Yeah.
Don't blame you.
Cold hot dogs for you this year.
Wait a minute, who's cooking?
For the
You?
National Night Out, I don't know, somebody got to go in.
Joe.
Rod.
Yeah, Debbie.
So it's-
I can bake a cake.
Oh, I thought you said Fred's there, it was new. You want me cooking?
Nate thinks the deputy mayor should cook, but I'm not here.
There you go. I like that idea.
Excellent.
There, it's a national, or the bonfire night, does anybody want to do that one?
Move that we would accept this appreciation.
October 6th.
Yeah, what do you think?
October 6th.
Community appreciation,
It's right here on the agenda.
October 6th. So we plan that.
It's very small on my phone, Brandon. I'm checking that.
I'll second that.
Any discussion about the bonfire? I'll be back to cook for them.
Yeah, the police department does a great job with both those sites.
They do. Fran?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yeah.
Laura?
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah. Look how fast it goes without us.
I can slow it down if you want, start asking process questions, right?
Very, fire department, let's go.
All right, we had 25 calls in June, 5 of them mutually built apartments. Trainings are well attended, very, very well attended. We assisted with the big boy train event for car control safety. and et cetera. We escorted the OFA track and field team out of the village for them to go to states. OFA senior parade escort from AES to OFA. OES field days, which is always loved by the kids. We supported the Strawberry Festival fireworks night, and we participated in the Strawberry Festival parade and had standby crews and dumped lots of people, including the mayor.
I know my bruises finally went away.
I do have 4 new members, but Rusty's not here.
So we have,
I have my,
Yeah,
That's,
we can play those.
Sorry, the commissioner abandoned you, you're out.
sorry.
you guys need to be here.
Not this.
Yeah,
time.
so
Like the last
I'm bringing that up
year.
next.
We swear, I had a lot of.
We don't have,
so we've got,
They're right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
fabulous. We can pass this around.
Yep. Yeah, 4 of them. Lee Jackson, Dustin Brooks, Emily Jones, and Lee Jackson.
Have to do these individually.
Yes.
Start on top. Ask that we would approve B.B. Jackson, who resides at 376 Owego Road, Candor, for membership in the company 5.
Second that.
Okay, any discussion about? Diane?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Yes.
recommend Dustin Brooks, who resides at 75 North Ave, Owego, application for membership in company 4.
Second. You can almost call across.
Good.
That's 3 of them.
That's it, there's like 3 or 4.
There's 3 or 4 of them from that address.
Yeah, that's great.
Brian?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Yes.
And
I move that we accept Emily Jones, who resides at 75 North Ave, for membership in the company 4.
I'll second.
Any discussion about it? Brian?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
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 Yeah. Yes.
Want to do this one, Kat?
I recommend Aiden Rhodes, who resides at 140 Belma Lockwood Lane, in Owego, to company 4.
Second.
Okay, any discussion about Ethan? Brian?
Yes.
Terry?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
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 And by bringing those 4 on, that's 25 new members in 2 years.
That's great.
That's exactly 2 years, so. They're training in the right direction.
Question, sir. How many of these guys qualified to actually play fighters?
Not yet, but they will be.
They will take classes.
They will take classes. Yep.
I know we're potentially getting new gear.
Yes, that's my next task. Talked with Mike last week. I think it was, so.
Yeah, so we have a resolution for borrowing for new gear. One thing we need, I hate to tell you this is the.
So I sent an email to, it was Friday, when the mayor asked me for the bond resolution together. Just asking, so we need to identify which contracts the village is piggybacking on.
Okay,
So the quote from this purchase, or from the vendor, doesn't say which state contract or cooperative purchasing network that they're saying we can piggyback off of.
okay. I will get that first thing tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so I mentioned to the mayor, the village board could vote on bonding, but not authorize the purchase.
Okay.
Until the next meeting, when we can say with clarity, this is the contract on which we're piggybacking, and therefore it's appropriate.
Yep.
Look at all the documents that underlie that process.
Right. And we won't get billed until it's 8 to 12
But
weeks.
you won't be able to order
Okay,
until after the bond resolution is adopted, and then we publish in the newspaper. It's called a sample notice. So it'll be like 20 days from the date of the resolution. So the earliest you'd be able to order anything anyway is like end of the month.
okay,
So even when the board, if the board votes to authorize purchase at the next meeting, you're still gonna have to wait like an extra week.
okay.
Is this with the window of the quote?
Possibly.
So if their pricing is through a piggyback contract, the
Right,
pricing
but
should be certain.
It should be
There
certain.
shouldn't be any changes to
Right.
it unless it's the end of the contract year.
But I don't
like
think
a
it
pricing
is.
split.
Yeah.
Like,
The only thing he might take away would be a discount, but I don't see him
And
doing
the
that.
discounts are all supposed to be part of piggyback's contract as well.
Because it's less than the contract.
So no, I mean, so the way these piggybacks often work, they say, oh, we'll give you 5% off the list price. And that's piggybacking.
Okay.
So if they're like, oh, we're giving you a 5% discount, it's like, well, is that because I'm contractually entitled to it?
Right.
And you're the-
Okay.
Don't make me feel good about something that I'm entitled
Gotcha.
to. Now, some places actually give you even more of a discount than what they negotiated to piggyback.
Which is
That's
what he's
okay.
doing, right?
Well, maybe. I mean, you gotta
Once,
look- you
right,
gotta
once
look-
he gets, in our conversations, that's what he said he would do.
Yeah, but this is also part of the due diligence that the village is supposed to do. They actually look at the pricing through the piggyback contracts that the contract calls for and confirm we're actually getting that number or better. So that's where you have to look at it
Yep.
and understand. So Mayor, just, since you got me, so if the board is only authorizing financing, you might want to move to something else while I edit this.
Okay.
It's starting to look pretty here.
Nope, I'm off that. I'll actually contact him now, see if he can.
We've got another easy one is the tax warrant motion. That was just based on the budget that we had.
Right.
Meeting.
Hey, somebody left their happy.
It's Eric. This is too big.
We're stuck in it for a little while longer.
I feel.
We tried.
It's all in my head. It's all in my head.
She wants to do it.
Yeah.
She wants to control the board. Like, then, yeah. She can't go.
Oh, it's okay, so you're just gonna give her a report.
Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to read what you sent me, right?
Pretty much, yeah, okay.
Oh, are you EMS?
Yeah, you gotta be in
This is, Mayor Beretta, this is Jess Akers,
Hi, I'm the new chairman of the board.
she's on the 501c3, and
Oh,
she's doing this for Jared tonight.
You tried to call me and I lit me.
Yeah, well, and he and I missed each other today, like 3 times, so unfortunately.
So go for it.
I'm just unsure of like everything that I'm supposed to read off here, probably everything. We hired on for.
If it's something that's been presented to the board, you don't actually have to read it, right? You can just say, oh, the report's been given to you. Do you have any questions?
Did you, he said he emailed it to you today.
He emailed it to me, I don't think he emailed it to everybody though.
Yeah, his usual thing is about 20 pages, so.
Yes.
The EMS report.
I can actually forward it to everybody right now.
And including Rod, so he's got it.
Yes.
So can you give us an overview on?
He has anything?
Basically, we hired 4 per diem medics. We had 124 calls for the month of May. 109 of those were responded to and charts were made an image trend. 13 of those were missed. 12 of them were code 2, 3 were code 3. 4 were fire calls and 3 were mutual aid. We also helped cover for Strawberry Festival, as well as the big boy event and graduation. We have 2 actively running trucks at the moment, 2031 and 2032. 2031 currently has 36,940 miles. 2032 has 7,171. 2034 has 72,010 miles, but it's currently out of service right now. We're waiting for it to go get fixed. And our fly car 2051 has 53,256 miles. It's also actively running right now.
Can you name?
Jessica Akers, AKERS.
Okay. Cool. So we can do the tax warrant, I think we have it here. This is just the paper that says how much we have to raise by taxes that we set the last, at the budget hearing. Set their tax rate at $21.40, which is a 1.99% increase. We already approved the budget, we just have to approve this. We can send in this paper to the state.
We send that paper to the state.
Yeah, we approved the tax warrant.
That's what I said.
So we can collect the taxes.
A second.
Any discussion about the tax warrant? It's a formality. Fran,
Yes.
Jerry,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Laura.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Opposed? You got 7 tomorrow. Mickey, give me the data. Nick's still tweaking that, so from the police department, we got a report from Joe. He's had 681 calls in June, 24 arrests, 5 felonies, 14 misdemeanors, 4 violations, 3 mental health, 4 warrants, 21 traffic tickets, 21 parking tickets. Motor vehicle crashes 12, and DWI or DWAI is 1. The only thing else Joe needs, so we already did the National Night Out and the bonfire, is we have the school resource contract, which has no changes other than we built in a
3 years.
3 years, so it's a 3-year contract, so a 1-year contract, and we built in a 3% raise.
Yeah.
Yeah, per year. So,
Can you email that contract to us?
we kind of,
It's not.
No.
anyway, we get that wrapped up, hopefully ahead of the school year this time. But it's done and ready to be looked at, or, and those are the other changes. Okay, now it needs very much revised, aren't we?
So
We got a
the,
sewer report. Okay.
Okay.
Overlook, we're on track.
Oh.
For the month of June, they had 512,000 gallons of septic receiving for $39,000. Elect one, a pump arrived late today. Starting wastewater sampling for PFAS, it's just in the data collection stage now. We're working on the gravity belt. That's it.
We'll go back to the fire department.
the bond resolution just removes the authority to purchase. So it just says in a nutshell, it says that the village board finds it in the best interest of the village to finance a potential purchase of turnout gear. Gives you that authority to do that. So then it's breaking this up into 2 sections. One saying, let's finance this. And then second, we'll follow, make sure we're complying with our procurement policy and confirm that we can actually piggyback off of whatever contract they're claiming.
I'd like to make a motion then that we start the process.
Adopt the bond resolution.
Adopt the bond resolution. Thank you.
Very nice.
I was.
Good, second?
Second.
Any discussion about the bonding for the gear? Obviously, we need the gear, it's a good problem because we got 4 volunteers and we have gear.
And we need the gear that's safe and appropriate.
Right.
I think it's a heck of a deal that much for 40.
Yeah. Help us spread it out over, 4 or 5 years.
And if I get the AFG grant, we just apply for it.
Right.
Null and void anyway.
Right, then we can just pay it off.
Yeah.
And we've done that before. With the school year.
Yep.
All right, so this is to vote just to go out for the financing. Brandon,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
and yes. This is the highly revised
Right, I can email you.
I think that's.
Well, no, take that, but yeah, and then have Nikki scan it to me, and then I'll tell it.
You want these?
I think that's all of the,
That's all you came for?
That's all I came for.
For show?
Just a play. First couple of words. Gee, that's a good thing.
Appreciate you guys, thank you.
Thank you, Eric.
that was all the department stuff. For communications, we got a notice from the Office of Camden Management, 30-day notice is just like a liquor license. Bubble Buds LLC plans to open at 39 Fox Street, which is the old Owego King.
Is that really the name they go by?
Yeah, it's an odd name, Bubble Buds.
It seems a bit youth oriented, or youth targeted.
I'm sure it's an oversight.
We should have went with something more badass like Breaking Bud.
Maybe we can get like talk.
Sounds like you should open a store.
I think we thought about it.
So this is a legal cannabis shop. So it would probably require a site plan review through the planning board.
Yeah, but they want to make sure they get their license from the state before they probably apply for some second. Hopefully, make Terry and Beck told them that they need to apply for a second.
Hopefully.
But we'll find out.
So just like a liquor license, we don't have any action here unless we hate them.
And even then, really, if you object to the location for some reason, you should identify why. Just saying, well, because we don't want it, doesn't fly.
Right, because right now it's allowed in anything business and higher, right?
Yeah, anywhere you let retail, in this case, it's retail dispensary. You got a lot of cases.
So in reason of proximity to certain.
Yeah, I forget the distance,
Yeah.
but from like parks, playgrounds, schools, churches, there's like a bar. Yeah, very, very.
It's very similar like a liquor store, same thing.
Hardly, like, it would be nice to see a business in that store after 15 years.
Yeah, right, it's empty. And the cannabis shops do have very specific, like from the state, not requirements, but requirements, like they want them to be one-story buildings with like rear access. And to be kind of more secure than a bank, because the whole operation is cash.
I'm sure all those windows are wrong.
Right, all those huge windows, yeah, I'm sure.
There's frost.
They probably will, yeah, have to do something. Alright, the only thing we need zoning and planning board members that's on the agenda to talk about convention.
What happens with all these projects that go forward? We don't have meetings for these boards.
Anything that's a special use permit application, well, we need a public hearing though. Eventually the builder gets sued by somebody and, you know, the judge would order you to find people to put on the ones.
You can't make people do this.
Yeah, you've got a village of nearly 4,000
I
people,
know.
just over 4,000.
Yeah, with every election, 80 should vote.
So encourage public participation in civic engagement.
So we're looking for members on both, everybody knows anybody.
You do go board.
I would do it, but I don't live here.
She was in Maine,
All right, you're
in
off the
Florida.
I think it would be fun.
It's interesting.
I think
I've been on the
she-
planning
I'm
board.
trying to get them started.
It's like once or twice a month tops.
Oh, it's once a month. It's once a month.
Once every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, how much they actually need, right?
You know, your friends that want to be more involved in the political environment,
Mhm.
Yes.
be part of the solution.
He's trying to sell it.
Doing your job.
I
People
spread the
come
word.
out and vote, so I don't know what to do.
Anyway, so we brought that up. Let's see, we got the rooster discussion.
So this is, I gave everybody, I just put it together today. There wasn't actually a lot to add because we did already have prior version, I think it was already a prior version, defining a rooster as a male chicken, including a cock or cockerel, regardless of breed or reproductive capability over the age of 3 months. And then I added any female chicken that's engaged in the practice of crowing at least 3 times within a 10-month period, or excuse me, within a 1-month period. So I was trying to think, because it was brought up, oh, well, sometimes lady chickens crow. So what do you do about them? And it's like, well, we're gonna call them roosters too. But it would require somebody who's complaining to tell the village and document and be willing to testify in court that that didn't prove, probably through recording, that that lady chicken was crowing, which I think would be very difficult. But, so because I just put this together, and this is the first that you've seen of that red line. I don't expect you guys to have it, unless there's something else about this law too.
I do have a question about that line in particular. I don't own chickens, but if one chicken takes over the place of the rooster and you get rid of her, will another one just fill the void? So eventually you'll just have no chickens because they all started crowing?
My understanding of it is that it's not, so like, it depends on the breeds, the hormones, in the lady chickens, whether the environmental factors are resulting in that chicken to establish itself as the dominant chicken in the coop. And then even then, lady chickens that take on those characteristics might crow softly, such that nobody even hears about it, right? If it's crow soft, you know, from what I understand, it's pretty rare for a lady chicken to start crowing fully and loudly and proudly as a male rooster.
I guess my other question would be to people who know this stuff, is it more prevalent with chickens who come from a group with a rooster, or does it not matter?
It was not clear, so it didn't seem to indicate.
Thank you.
Never. I never experienced anything like that at all.
I don't hear too dogs. My neighbors have dogs. I didn't hear anything like that.
Yeah.
We have any other discussion about the chicken law? I know you want to.
We did want to take out the imprisonment part because we understand like if it is bothering people and someone refuses to get rid of it, there should be some sort of fine. But we feel like imprisonment is probably taking it too far. So could we take that part out without changing the law significantly at this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's about the penalties portion of it.
Right.
And it's, you know, including potential jail time. And I've only seen in my 15 years of practice now, one code enforcement case resulted in jail time. And that guy was sentenced to 3 days in jail. And so he was logged into the county jail for noon on a Saturday and was released by 2 p.m. that same day. Because getting him in the morning counts as 1 day. Staying until the afternoon counted as the second day, and it was the weekend, so that counted as the 3rd day somehow.
Wow.
So
Okay.
jail time is very infrequent
Wow.
for these types of things. It takes something pretty egregious.
I mean, I did hear from, a couple of people thought that jail time might be a little crazy for this. So.
Again, it's a policy choice. You can make everything a civil violation. It's not even a criminal action, which arguably makes it potentially easier to issue fines. But the benefit of having a criminal fine is that the court enforces the criminal convictions. So if somebody refuses to pay a criminal fine, then the court will get involved and issue contempt orders and pull them in and then potentially issue jail time, not for the violation, but for refusing to follow the court order.
So is that up to the judge?
That's up to the judge at that point.
That doesn't have to be in the law.
No, it does not need to be. So, I don't have I mean, again, other than just like, you get more options by having jail time in it, but other than that, if the board wants it out, we can take it out.
How anybody else feels?
Yeah, I think it should come out.
I think jail time's a little harsh.
I think it's too.
All right, so I'll redline that out of there.
Thank you.
Do you have any other discussion from the board on this?
Is there going to be anything included about the number of chickens?
So the board had
Just doing.
directed
Oh,
me to
right.
adjust.
Okay, gotcha.
So if, so I'll make that change, and then at the next meeting, it'll be presumably in your final form, if the board is otherwise in agreement. And you guys can, at the next meeting, schedule a public hearing for one of your meetings next.
I was gonna ask, do we have a public hearing on this yet or not?
Good.
I guess with that. The tax. We have on here, ambulance free chassis payment discussion, although we have no items.
Well, do you have the information from Derek or no? Because,
I don't think so. I don't think
okay,
he sent
so we're
that.
not going to discuss that.
Okay, we can do that next time.
Okay, we'll do that next time.
It's not a big deal.
Yep.
And we got payment of bills.
Move we pay the bills as presented for June 13th. For June 13th through July 1st.
I'll second that.
But also there was the Barton and the Guidis check that we held up from the last meeting, and I want to make sure that that gets issued or paid.
Okay, we're good.
And so adding that on also sounds good.
Any discussion about the bill this time or that check we didn't pay last time?
I think I sent everybody a copy.
Good.
Yes, you did.
Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And yeah. We'll sign bills and then we got minutes, we got a couple of them because of our budget.
Laura, on the minute, we've added something you said we got.
Yeah. So I'll motion for approving the minutes for the 6:15.
6:22.
6:22.
Yeah.
What did you? Yeah, because we.
22nd and 23rd.
Third Monday.
Yes.
Yeah, we're on the 22nd.
Mhm.
Well, I want to do the minutes for the last big meeting, which was on June 15th.
Yeah, we're on the 15th.
That's the one I want to
Didn't we
approve
already do those?
first.
No, because we haven't had a regular meeting since then.
Yeah, let's change it.
Right?
But we don't have those minutes
22nd,
here.
The meeting, we approve those minutes.
It was the first and third, so it would have been,
The third
Yeah,
is
the
the
22nd would have been the third meeting. Third week.
No,
but we
it's
don't,
5 Mondays.
We had 6 meetings.
yeah, we don't have the 15th on the agenda though.
Well, it was emailed to you though with the,
I think
With the
agenda's
agenda.
I think it was supposed to be the 15th, 22nd.
Change that to the 15th.
Yeah, I think so.
The 22nd, we had a workshop.
22nd, we had this budget meeting, I didn't really do it. Make any motion.
The 22nd, we had the agricultural overlay though.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, so I think we do have
So we
to,
should have minutes from that,
right, we have minutes here for that one.
from the 22nd.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess we got 3 then. We got the 15th, the 22nd, and the 28th.
so my report has been added to the 15th. It just doesn't appear in what was emailed to us. So I have motion to approve it with my report added.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any discussions about the minutes from 15th?
Who seconded that?
Brandon.
Okay, we're going once here.
All right. Fran.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Laura.
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
And yes. And the 22nd, you're right, we have the agricultural overlay.
Mhm.
We got minutes from them too.
I motion we approve the minutes for the June 22nd meeting as submitted.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any discussion about those? That was the ag overlay and then flag it. And then the budget workshop. Secret thing. I know, I had to wait to figure out ourselves. Where was it?
It's a, they might not respond.
Why you got training, I know. Fran,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Laura.
Yes.
Ron.
Yes.
And we have minutes from my birthday, June 29th. Where we passed the budget.
Such a nice party.
It was a nice little party.
Yeah.
They made me a sign and everything.
It's beautiful.
We had cake too.
I didn't get minutes for that.
And they had-
That was when we had 6 o'clock.
Yes, it was 6 o'clock.
Improvement of the budget, wasn't it?
It was like a 4-minute meeting.
Fran is in the kitchen.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. She mixed the.
Certainly,
Food with the yogurt.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, we had fruit skewers too.
Yeah, she mixed those with the yogurt. So she said,
Excellent.
I don't think that made the minutes.
I'm not sure we got minutes with that one. I don't think we have minutes for the 29th.
it only took.
It really didn't take very long.
Apparently they're in my hand. You could change, we closed the public hearing to 6:01 instead of 7:01 because.
Oh, right. Yeah, the whole meeting was over.
Yeah.
You have them back?
Oh, wait,
I
here it is.
I read it online.
Yes. Here we are. It is here.
It was just the,
But I don't see them. I don't know why.
Just the approving of the 3 budgets,
change what we just changed the time.
the public hearing closing time.
They have a meeting stuff.
Oh, right.
6, yeah.
Yeah, because we were done. Actually,
Yeah, my-
starting at
So,
6:06.
yeah,
Yeah, I see that, I see
doesn't make
that.
sense.
So change it to 6:10
Yeah.
or something.
6:07 for closing the public hearing. If you started the hearing at 6:06.
Well, I was here and I was on.
Nobody even
Oh,
came.
true, that's
I
true.
I was in and out.
It's Mike's family.
Well, yeah, okay.
Charles.
They were here for the cupcakes and the fruit skewers.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's probably my fault, because I took the notes, because Rod was like here and not here. By the time he got back, the meeting was over.
You can't do everything.
I'm bad note taker.
We got any, do we have more? We don't have a motion.
Okay, so what?
I'll make a motion that we approve the board minutes of June 29th, 2026.
With those changes.
With these changes as presented by the mayor.
Oh, yeah, you
The
got
treasurer
it.
was at home.
Adjourned at 9.
Right there.
It says 6:10 on the bottom of this one.
Yeah, so is mine.
Cool.
Second.
All right, so let's vote on these, and we're supposed just to adopt 3 budgets.
Yep.
Brian,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Ron.
Yes.
Yeah. So trustee reports. Rusty, is that the beach? Kathy,
Nope, nothing.
Ron,
Laura, you weren't here.
I can say firsthand, I really missed this agreement.
glad you're all right.
Very, very good. Young man, I was a little nervous getting my needle put in my arm going down the highway doing this, but no problems. So kudos to him.
Excellent.
Did you pay the ambulance?
So say, wait till you get the bill.
Got it, yeah.
Very nice that you availed yourself of the services.
I totally sacrificed myself just to get the customer service aspect.
Very good. Sir tried to get me to do that, but my kid was going, I said, oh, you were just driving it.
Yeah, and I talked to Dirk a couple weeks ago about discussing EDU rate increases. I told him it's supposed to be done the first week of July. And yet you have to give me any numbers, so I'm assuming he's not interested.
That was true, he's supposed to be done. Well, we can do it anytime, that's just what we say.
And I know during the annual meeting, that's just one they recommend, so we're then bringing it up.
Anything else? Laura?
The program for public information, we're gonna be meeting online Wednesday, that committee, for our second meeting, and we're gonna be working on flood protection messages and our draft document.
the coordination and communication related to the flood risk reduction through FEMA CRS grant. I still haven't received all of the materials that I filed for. And I am preparing a letter about the waste and abuse that I see occurring related to the grant. The CEC solar, we're plugging ahead.
When are they supposed to start?
We still have a mobilization date of the 21st. So hopefully that'll go. The green infrastructure and engineering feasibility study for the Evergreen Cemetery, the Appalachian Regional Commission will be doing the supplying our match. And we'll get a letter to state that, but the person is currently on vacation, so we'll.
So did we approve the application? Did we ever approve like accepting that grant? Because I haven't gotten any.
I don't believe we proved that we got the grant, but we didn't approve
Well-
accept the grant, as far as I'm concerned.
There was an online meeting today. Julie Nucci had a Zoom meeting on the green infrastructure feasibility study grant.
Yeah.
And we discussed the implementation and I was gonna give you this in my report. It'll be administered by the Tioga County Soil and Water, and they'll acquire the engineering company, which will do the study.
So do we have to pay anything up front? 'Cause that's
No.
Usually a reimbursement.
No, there's $5,000 that's being given to us through the Tioga County Soil and Water.
And they're gonna do the whole thing?
Yep.
Hire the engineer and everything?
They're gonna hire the engineer for us. They figured that $5,000 would be used for administration work. That's something we're gonna talk some more about. I mean, we had an initial meeting today. There's more that we need to go over. At the meeting today, Fred Ulrich was there, and Meg, and myself, and Wendy Walsh, who's with the Tioga County Soil and Water.
I know we were just concerned about fronting the 50 grand and then getting reimbursed.
Well,
Sounds like maybe they're gonna do that.
okay, we, at the end of the study, we have to have all our paperwork done and in by September 30th, which you'll sign the agreement then.
Right.
Right.
There should be a grant agreement somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
You'll have the grant agreement then, and the study takes place over this next year, 2027, has to be completed by 2028. The report to the village. And we need to set up another meeting. Wendy needed to check her calendar, and so, I mean, you were invited.
I know.
So
I saw that.
I'm sure she sent you the minutes from the meeting.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, it's mainly it's green infrastructure, which is looking at how to mitigate water flow with planting. And so this engineering firm will do that, tell us what to do. Yeah. So,
Great, it's real.
I'm still not 100% sure we approved this grant.
Oh, you approved the grant last summer. Yes, we did. We approved putting in the grant last summer.
Right, we approved in the grant, but I don't think we approved once we got it.
Like accepting it.
I would just like somebody to make.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We need to get all the paperwork together.
You wanna wait?
Yeah. Yeah,
That makes sense. So it sounds like we're gonna have a letter to say about the match.
Yeah, you're gonna need to,
I'm just-
Julie will tell you what you need to write as far as a letter
The match.
of
and,
acceptance.
Who's gonna front the money?
I'm just.
And it's September 30th. That was the date. So we
September
still-
30th this year, we have,
I know, I don't see why you can't just approve it and then we can fill in the blanks.
well,
We've done that before.
okay, well, I'll propose that we
Yeah.
accept the green infrastructure feasibility study grant as Julie had applied for it last summer.
I'll second that.
Okay, so I guess we have any other discussion, because, so we'll accept it as long as those are the conditions, right, that we have the match paid for, like, soil and water is gonna, chew whatever.
Yeah, it's not gonna cost the village anything.
I'll
Under
hire
those
the
circumstances.
Yeah,
hire the engineers.
Those contingencies up.
I just don't want to get all the way through and then say, hey, you guys never approved this.
Right,
It's
yeah.
Right.
supposed to be
Oh, yeah.
in minutes.
Yeah, I gotta sign it, but then we have to do something.
Yeah, well, like I said, we need to get all the paperwork done and get sent into Albany by September 30th.
Oh.
So this will make it so you can do it.
Okay, all right, we'll vote on that, to accept it as long as those are, that's the deal. Fran,
Yes,
Jerry,
Yes.
Kathy.
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Brian.
Yes.
Hopefully someday I'll be able to sign those things. Still in your.
Yeah, so it is my report time, so
Yeah,
maybe
sorry.
that can be used for Fran's report.
yeah, I have it written down for,
Excellent.
So I would like to be included in meetings. I would like the notes from that meeting sent to me also, so I can be aware of what's going on. And I would like to be included and aware of when we're having meetings about this. I'm still waiting. I ordered the FEMA National Flood Insurance Program documents, and we're still waiting for those. And then the New York Health Act, I talked a little bit about last time. It's a universal health care plan, that has majority support. It's moving through the state legislature health committees. And it's going to cover everyone, no matter their income, age, or employment status. It covers everything medically necessary, like prescriptions, medical supplies, preventative care, dental, hearing, vision, ER visits, ambulance service, prenatal care, long-term care, mental health, substance abuse, hospital care, surgeries, the healthcare service portion of workers' compensation, and motor vehicle accident insurance. So it's partially funded by federal program monies that already offset nearly half of the program. And the rest is by progressive tax out of your paycheck and taxable non-payroll income. So the first $25,000 for anybody is not taxed. And then people who receive Medicare, their first $5,000 is not taxed. So this fixes a problem in the system by taking out the middleman and the bloated administrative overhead costs. So the process of approvals for medical care would be removed from the private insurance company decision-making. So you and your doctor make the decisions. So your primary care is entirely covered, and your specialty care can happen without insurance approvals, denials, or delays. It can bring property tax relief to village taxpayers because we'd be spending less on employee healthcare costs while having complete coverage for our employees. 75% of our current village EMS responses are Medicaid, Medicare-related calls. And then New York Health Act would make it so that the village ambulance services are covered by that state healthcare plan. And it creates stability for our budget that we would be reimbursed for the services we provide with guaranteed predictable payments. Other benefits are that people wouldn't have to worry about having health care for themselves or their family when they're making decisions about switching jobs, or if they lose a job, start a business, start a new job that doesn't have health insurance. If you're working part-time or a gig worker, or if you're just moving from an ideal condition or situation, every New York State resident would be covered. And so there's a presentation here in Owego at the First Presbyterian Union Church on the corner of North Ave and Temple Streets. And the author of the bill will be available to answer anybody's questions, and some local doctors will be there to also help answer any questions about it. So
What's the
that's
date?
July 30th at 6:30. And that's my report.
When would that be voted on for? Next
It's
spring?
moving through the state legislative committee, so it's,
Almost the budget is approved in the spring.
It's the same date,
Next spring.
2050.
Says true. Terry?
OHPC was canceled this week because none of the applications were able to be finished in time. And I did want to commend EMS because they had 100% coverage for the month of June. All 248 ships, which is quite a big deal, actually. Yes.
Awesome.
Go EMS. Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Brad?
Okay, well, as I mentioned, I took part in the Zoom meeting today. Cemetery Committee also met on June 29th, and the Friends of Evergreen Cemetery met on July the 6th. And we're coordinating together on renovating the gazebo in the cemetery. Now, Les Wagner is working with Fred Ulrich. Fred always supervises what happens in the cemetery. Les is hiring a carpenter, and he's paying for the replacement of the roof. We had to replace the spindle in the gazebo. I talked with Southern Tier Hardwoods about that, and it comes up to $55 per spindle. We need 6. And so the Friends of Evergreen is gonna pay that bill of $330. And we hope to have the gazebo completely refurbished by the end of fall. And so as we do more on it, I'll report. I mean, we've got to get paint and all that stuff and set up work days. So,
That's the right process with your friend. Get it.
yeah. Yeah.
Any like donations by like Les Wagner or anything significant?
Yeah, Les Wagner is donating.
So there should be something presented in the village board, for the village board to accept the donation.
Okay, well,
It could be just a brief letter that says, hey, here's what I'm willing to donate, so that way there's a record in the village accepting something like that. Because otherwise, if like the comptroller comes in and says, how did you rebuild this gazebo? We go, oh.
so you'll need a statement also from the Friends of Evergreen?
Probably.
Yeah, and whatever it is that's being donated, hey, we will be donating, we are offering to the village a donation of da-da-da-da-da-da.
I mean, I don't know, well, Les can give us an estimate, and he won't know the
They just
exact
say
amount
what-
until the
I know
labor's done.
How well it is.
And then who's doing the roofing?
He is, along with Carpenter, Shortino, Joe
He's
Shortino.
gonna physically do the work himself.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he's like, I know, like, I was thinking right better things, but, if he hires anybody, he has to pay them prevailing wage.
Right,
And that's another reason to document, what is it that he's doing, what is he donating, how is he doing it? Just that
okay,
if the Department of Labor comes in and says, oh, who's doing work on your roof over there? We go, oh, they're volunteers. And then, of course, I've got we need to confirm with the village's insurance company that anybody working on a roof is covered under our workers' compensation policy, even if they're volunteers, because if he falls off and breaks his neck, then the village is gonna get hit with a lawsuit.
Where's Lake?
Pretty good spot.
Okay.
So we need to know what's being donated in terms of dollars and materials, and then
Okay.
what is the
Good
offer of
estimate.
labor to perform it, and then what's the insurance that's covering this stuff.
It makes it hard to be nice.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll get an estimate.
The cemetery is also in the National Register, so there should be some paperwork about restoring the gazebo and stuff that like you also state what you're doing there so that there's a record
Yeah,
for the National Register and SHPO, who oversees it, about what work is being done at the cemetery, because it's a National Register site.
We didn't do any of that for the chapel.
You should have.
Well, I don't think the gazebo is very old, though. I mean, I think it was put in within the last 28 years, so I don't think I'm not sure if SHPO would necessarily need to be involved in that.
So the whole site is on the National Register, and so whatever any of us think about what's,
It's really
Relevant or
confirming that
not.
the work that's being done won't cause an issue with the designation of the site as on the National Register.
Fair
You know, I'm not familiar with the process myself.
Okay.
But I think what Laura's highlighting is it needs to be thought of and included in the process of doing whatever the work might be.
Yeah, fair enough. No, the rest will be all volunteer work, as far as, be done by committee members. Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah. Good.
Yes, and Rod.
Down to me, we did the budget. Down to 1.99%, that's a good deal. What? Something, like it always starts at like 23%.
Sure nobody would have minded, right?
Yeah, right.
23%.
We could just leave it like that, right? Yeah. Oh, that'd be a bad idea. Other than that, I'm busy with all the events and stuff. Dump tank.
It's cold, dirty water.
It was cold and dirty, opened the pool, that was cold and complete.
That's good.
Pool's going good. Just got a quote, I've been working with Fred to try and get our lifeguards some, like, actual lifeguard looking apparel. So they look like, if you need help around the pool, you might know who to talk to.
Imagine shorts.
Right, yeah, hats, shirts, whatever, something. So right now, they're just kids in bathing suits. If they're not up in the chair, you don't necessarily know who they are.
It might be purposeful.
Yeah, right. So I've been working on public comment.
Hi, Andrea Jones, Tulsa Development. I just thought I would chime in. I do have a video of a hen of mine who crows. She's my senior hen. And it's not all day. It's like a few times. She'll do it in little bursts and it's not every day. But she's the only one who does it and she doesn't do it consistently. But if you were curious, I have a video.
So it won't reach Florida or wherever these people
No.
are.
I mean, she sounds like a young rooster who's just learning how to do it,
Oh,
but
so
she doesn't get very good at it. But she does the whole like stretch out her neck and flap her wings and sound strangled. I had my neighbor next door said, "Do you have a little rooster over there?" I could, and they are not offended by the sounds of roosters, but she said, "I love it. Can I come see it?" And I said, "No, that's Fuzzball, and she's 7 years old and has laid many eggs, but she also will sometimes mount the other hens." I think and she's never been exposed to roosters. I only have that.
boss.
So she's just
Yeah.
a chicken that identifies as.
Yes, my son calls her transgender.
Transgender.
Wasn't going there.
So, but it's not, she doesn't do it all the time, but I'm sure that some people might hear that and think, that's a rooster, why wouldn't they think that? But, there are ways that you can distinguish a hen from a rooster, they don't always have a big comb, they don't always, have bright plumage, but.
So they don't peacock, as you're saying? I do have a question.
Okay.
I researched some of this stuff to stop roosters from crowing. The night box seems like whatever it is, but those bands, they say, can be quite controversial as far as health and safety of the rooster. If they're not monitored properly, they can restrict swallowing, cause fungus growth, and possible, and cutting their own throat from trying to get it off.
I could believe that, because they grow spurs.
I was just
They're
curious
trying
if
to
you
follow.
had any.
I
insight
have
into
no
this.
personal, nobody I know has used one, but, it's not something I would personally do.
It didn't
Because
seem
they
like a
can't
lot of
take a
people
full
recommended
breath.
it.
They can't take the big breath they
Right.
need to take to do the crow. And I could see how it could cause problems with things moving through their crop.
I was just curious if you had any firsthand experience. Thank you.
Ron, just so you know.
Who are
I
you, sir?
contacted Cornell. Cornell gave me 3 suggestions for ways of controlling a rooster's crowing. One of them was the bands. That was not the one they recommended, but it was one, it's literally a Velcro band you can put on the throat.
It sounded,
So it can't, it's sort of like putting your hand around your throat and
Yeah.
you're gonna get tight enough so you can't talk.
Doesn't seem like a great
The
idea.
other one that they said was surgery, but that's a
Yeah, I
little
didn't
invasive
notice
and a little bit of a problem. The third one, and this is the one they recommended, and this is the one that, I think it started in Australia, literally is what they call a night box. And it's basically a dark box, you drill holes in it so they can breathe, but you only open it during the daytime. And the box is built so that they can perch it. They can't raise their head high enough to really come to the full crow. They may have like a muffled crow, but it's not gonna be a full crow. And during the box, you also get the muffled. And then as a daytime, you just open them up.
I researched them all quite a bit. The box seemed like the most humane thing.
I think the box is the most humane
I
thing.
was just curious about all the different options.
Yeah, those are the only 3 options that Cornell gave me. And yeah, the box seemed a lot more humane than the collar or the surgery that just doesn't.
Can I ask a question though?
Sure.
Once they're out for the day, the roosters I have known crow all day, not just
The
Sunday.
night box only is used for nighttime.
So they're not doing early morning.
Yeah. I mean, you can leave it, I guess you can leave the rooster in there all day, or all night, but that's,
That's a
at that point,
animal welfare thing.
yeah, that's imprisoning the rooster. I don't think that's right.
Can I ask if you guys want to crosstalk? We can end the meeting first, then we can do that.
Sorry, I just said,
Well,
yeah.
I had a question about the box with the heat.
But that's why you have to have sufficient holes in the side. But you don't want so many holes that it allows enough light in to, so typically you're gonna put that inside a coop, which is a semi-enclosed area, and then you're gonna put that box in there, and so it's gonna be, you want it so that there's enough airflow, but you don't want it to be super light. Because the whole idea with the rooster is it sees the bright light in the daylight, and then it starts growing. That's the theory behind it. Apparently, it's working very well in Australia, and from what Cornell says, it's working very well in every place they've looked at, including their own sites where they've tried it, and they think it's the better method of going rather than the other 2 options. There may be another option out there, I don't know what it is.
So the most inhumane is the actual choking the rooster.
That would be a solution, but I'm not sure that's the most humane. That would be, yeah,
I was waiting for it. That's a different channel.
I'm sorry.
Any other public comment? Once, twice, there. That's good, because we're going down fast.
Do it, Aaron.
All right, we got
Second that.
Everybody next time.